But no, just like I said, the biggest thing coming from the draft, just Bronny James getting drafted to the Lakers. How do you guys feel about that? I want to hear it. I know Cale got something to say. I can see it on his face, but I got my own perspective. But let me hear from you what y'all think of Bronny going number 55.
Well, I'll let it start from the left over there.
All right. I don't really be following the NBA, but I was like looking at this. I think it's kind of wild, and I was like talking with my dad about it because is Bronny really that guy to get drafted to the Lakers like that? But I mean, the Lakers got to do what Bron says because I honestly feel like LeBron was like, if you don't draft my kid, I'm dipping.
Yeah.
Which I feel like everybody thinks that. Do I think it would be cool? I think it would be cool to see like James and James on the court.
Yeah.
But nah, bro. Like that's just he runs the league, bro. LeBron.
I mean, yeah, he's LeBron James.
Bro, that's that's wicked.
That's all you need to hear. Nah, I feel like the only thing that I disagree with what they did was the contract as to which they signed him to. I think that was a bit excessive for what he did and what they're expecting him to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that would make the weirdest noise.
Sorry.
On my phones. Tighten that clip right there. All right, cool. But yeah, no, I think the contract is what threw me off about the signing and the draft pick. I mean, and other than that, I don't really care too much about it. Obviously, we know who his dad is, and the knowledge that Bronny already has right now is probably, like the game knowledge at least, is probably like a lot more than people understand because his dad is LeBron James at the end of the day.
What did you have a problem with, like, contract?
I just think he got
fully guaranteed.
Yeah, I think he got a lot of money for being a second round 55th pick. And for him to not even really be like a starter or anything, obviously, who knows where he could be. But, you know, he went through cardiac arrest and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You never know what kind of player he could turn out to be in the NBA. I think his game is very translatable, though, when it comes to the NBA and him being a defensive player and stuff like that.
My thing with what you're talking about with the contract, I don't really care about it just because it's not really surprising. If you look at what Rich Paul has done, like Chris Livingston, he was the last pick of like last year's draft, and Rich Paul was his agent. He got around the same deal, and it was fully guaranteed as well. So it's kind of it's really just who his agent is. And
That's
also,
fair.
his last name is James. So I understand what you're saying, but like Rich Paul was going to get him that bag no matter what.
That's fair.
But yeah, that, and then just my whole thing with it is like, people, I don't understand the outrage. People are always like, oh, there's this dude that deserved it a million more times than Bronny. Name me the last 5 number 55 picks or 55th overall picks. I'm sorry.
Can't even tell
Name me
you.
the last 55th overall picks.
I couldn't name you one.
99% of basketball fans cannot name you the last 5, even the last 2 probably, 55th overall picks.
Man.
It's a throwaway draft pick. Let's be honest. It's not. Sure, you can say other people deserved it. I'm not saying you're wrong to say that, but the people that obsess over it and like they're wishing Bronny's downfall and like begging that he fails and everything, like why are we acting like the 55th pick actually means anything?
Yeah, I think that's the problem that comes with him getting drafted is his last name and who his dad is. Like we saw it with Bron his whole career, and we're still seeing it.
Yeah.
He gets hated on, and it doesn't matter what he does. If he does something right, if he does something wrong, he still gets hated on either way. So I think that's kind of what.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, even if whoever would have got drafted in the place of Bronny, they still wouldn't have made an NBA roster.
Yeah.
99% chance they were not making the NBA roster anyway. They would have been on the G League team, which even though they say Bronny's not going to be a part of the G League affiliate team, he's going to be on the G League team.
I thought they said that he was.
They said like before the draft, Rich Paul was saying Bronny won't play, he won't sign a 2-way and everything. But I promise you, Bronny's going to be a part of the G League.
Yeah, no, I got like a notification saying like he's going to spend most of his time.
Yeah, he's going to spend most of his time in the G League.
He kind of has to.
Like that's literally what happens to most 55th overall picks. Like I see people's problem, but like I said, just the people that drag it. At the end of the day, he's 19 years old. It's ridiculous to, and it's not like Bronny. It's not like Bronny acts like one of like the real. Like one of like the airheaded celebrity kids. Like he's extremely humble. He goes to work. I just think it's ridiculous that people wish so much hate on him. And I just, to be honest, I do feel like a lot of it does come from jealousy. Because I mean, like sitting here. Dude, we sitting here. If I could sit there and go and average 3 points in college and then go to the NBA, I would do the same thing. Like, I wish I could do something like that. I wish my dad was Bron so I could do the same thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people just like, I mean, it just happens. It's human nature to be jealous. Like when you see people get things,
Yeah.
especially like when it's like a complete like different stage of life, different type of. We know how expensive things are these days.
Yeah.
Like Bronny getting paid just off of being LeBron's son. Like I feel like jealousy does definitely play.
Yeah, no, I mean,
a role in it.
I think it's kind of funny too, because like you can always play the hypothetical, like, and everyone loves to play that game, and I mean I can understand why, but the hypothetical in this case is, oh, what if his last name wasn't James or he wasn't related to LeBron in any way? And yes, he wouldn't have gotten drafted necessarily. Could he have made a G League team? Yeah, but he would have probably had to have stayed in college for a lot longer. Like he probably would have had to gone, I don't know, like 4, maybe 5 years to like fully, I don't know, develop his game.
Yeah, I would have said 2 to 4.
2 to 4.
I don't think he's a 5-year guy.
I feel like
maybe because of his size. That's about it.
I like what LeBron said about the entire situation when he said that like how he's handling the hate, because at the end of the day, like I think a lot of the hate that he gets is from people who are like think that he has a part to play in the GOAT conversation. Like Bronny is his own person. Like he's not LeBron James Sr. Like Bronny has his own game. He's here to do his own thing. He's not here to be the next GOAT. Like, Bronny's just here to play basketball. He's here to play ball. And like LeBron said that he was like, I was in Akron trying to make it out. Like there was no other option. Like I had to get it. Like I needed to get my family to a place where I needed them to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I needed to be somewhere. Bronny already has it. He's richer than everybody who's hating on him for the most part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of it.
You know what I'm saying? Jealousy. Like all his motivation is literally just him wanting to play basketball.
Him wanting to make his dad proud.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like y'all gotta. He's 19 years old. That's the same age as. I mean, you 19?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's most of our age right here. Like I couldn't imagine.
He's literally 1 year. Situation. He's 1 year exactly younger than I am.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine being in a situation where like you just got like thousands and millions of people hating on you.
But yeah, back to the Bronny and LeBron stuff. Also, another thing, like I just see people hating on Bron. They like, you're a Nick. Like, you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? They hate. They like, you're a horrible. Why would you take opportunity from another young man just to get your son drafted? But like, if we sit in here right now, because I know if I go and I ask my dad right now, Dad, if you could get me drafted to the NBA, even if it was a dude whose family was living in the gutter, would you get me drafted to the NBA? My dad would probably say, yeah, I would get you drafted to the NBA. If any dad could get his son drafted to the NBA just off of him being, just off of your dad being your dad is going to say he's getting you to the league.
Yeah.
That's what anybody's going to do that for their kid. Why are you mad at LeBron for getting his son to the NBA? That don't make no sense.
That's the problem with hypothetical too, though, because people would be like, oh, but you got to think about the other dude who's in the gutter. And like,
but it's like,
but yeah, I understand that.
Bro, your parents at the end of the day, it's your parent. Like they gonna do what they got to do.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous for people to be mad.
Yeah, how you mad at a dad for doing his best for his son? That just don't make no sense.
Bronny, he gonna be cool. You think he'll ever be like he'll get playtime in the actual league? Like
we gonna see what happens. Somewhere down the line, I can see it. And here, my thing with Bronny is there's a difference between an NBA player and somebody that can play in the NBA. Because majority of college basketball players at D1 that play at a high level, are good players, even rotational players, they can play in the NBA. But that doesn't make them an NBA player. That doesn't mean they're going to be in the league consistently. That doesn't mean they're going to get a contract. Their contracts are going to be guaranteed or anything like that. But yeah, I do think Bronny can play in the NBA. I just don't think he's an NBA player right now.
I think that he'll play, like actually get like game time.
I think it just
maybe
depends.
Not this year.
Yeah, not this year. I think what's really going to be.
I think he'll at least get put in one game just because.
Yeah, absolutely.
His dad,
oh yeah.
But if we're talking about like playing
he'll play like this year.
He'll
definitely be on the court with LeBron. At one point.
At least the season opener. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
If they do the season opener.
I was just about to say,
bro, that would be
the
crazy,
ticket prices
like,
or the tickets that they could pull if they did that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I could see them. Him playing like 10 to 20% of the season.
Really?
But, yeah, for ticket purposes. Definitely
for ticket purposes.
I think that what's really going to happen with his career is going to be really dependent on when LeBron retires.
That's what I was
because like I think that he could be used as like a Drew Holiday. Like, all right, he can play both sides, I think, but I really think that Bronny's defensive ability is underrated. Obviously, like people know that's what
I think he's
good
closer
at.
to Gary Payton Jr.
Yeah, I like that. Now, obviously, that's for all you anti-Bron people out there. Don't get mad, okay? It was just a player.
Yeah, it was a player comp. That's what his ceiling is. His
a
ceiling is Drew
player
Holiday.
comp on defense. Relax.
Ceiling is Drew Holiday.
Don't get a comment in
His
no dang
closest comp
paragraphs.
would be
We don't want to
Gary
hear
Payton
it.
Jr.
We don't want to see the paragraphs. We don't want to hear no crying in the comments.
No, don't listen to that guy. I do want to. I would like to see the
paragraphs
comments.
so I can tell you that you're right.
Yeah.
But Bron, he's a nick. Like that's what they really want to say. No, I'm trolling.
But I think
Yeah, you wish him the best for sure.
absolutely.
Hope Bronny
Now
goes
Bryce,
crazy.
I think Bryce gonna be a baller for real. I think Bryce gonna be better than Bronny.
We gonna see.
You don't think he got the height and everything to
say
back
he's
it up already? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think Bronny's better than Bryce.
you think I think Bronny right now obviously is gonna be better than Bryce, but I think by the time that it's for Bryce to get in the league, Bryce gonna be cold.
You can make the opportunity that he has more potential, yeah, but I just don't see it right now.
How old is
Oh no, man.
He's a senior.
Oh no,
high school?
man. That
Yeah.
boy Bryce,
Oh.
he gonna be cooking. Don't worry. When the draft come up, when will he even be eligible?
In 2
After-
years.
2 years.
This year,
Yeah.
and then the year after that.
Yeah.
Hey man, how tall
if
is he? 6'6" right now, ain't he?
He's like 6'4".
You're lying.
He's like 6'4".
He is not
because
6'4".
Bronny's 6'1", dude.
He is not 6'1".
Yes, he is. That was his official
sorry,
combine
he is not
height.
6'4".
It was 6'1" and a half.
Yeah, I thought he was 6'5".
He's 6'6".
That's his listed height, Donovan. Bronny's listed height was 6'4".
No, it's not. It says 6'2" right here.
That's after they updated it from the combine. At USC, he was listed at 6'4". Do I gotta show
Why
it to
does
you?
it say that he was ever 6'4"?
Do I see? We trying to argue with me like I don't know my butt.
I believe you. I know that Bronny is not that tall, but I'm saying Bryce is definitely like
Bryce
I've
doesn't
seen
tower over him though. Bryce is 6'4". I'll say the tallest Bryce actually is 6'5". He's not 6'4".
I think he's like 6'4", 6'5" minimum.
That's what I just said, didn't I?
You didn't say minimum, you said maximum,
Yeah.
but it's the same thing.
I said
It's
max
the same
6'6".
thing. Yeah, it's the same thing.
That's we're saying the same thing.
You chatting, bro.
You not. But yeah, no, Bryce, he gonna be nice.
But yeah, I don't really got too much to say about the NBA other than that. Like,
All right. So Bryce James over or under 55th pick.
when he's draft eligible,
Yes.
how many years he spent in college? He going one and done, or he spending a few?
He gonna stay in there for.
He gonna stay.
There's no rest for him.
2 to 3 years in college.
Yeah.
Under 55th pick.
Meaning he's gonna
He's gonna be under the 55th pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
He,
it is.
he gonna go before the 55th pick. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I agree.
Thinking. You think before or
He's not going to be first round.
If
no,
he,
no, I don't think it'll be first round.
he's got the height, and obviously he's Bron's kid, so he's gonna go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think he'll probably go before Bronny, just because he's got. I did not know Bronny was. I'm not saying like, oh, Bronny's short, bro. I'm 5'8", but like NBA wise, I didn't know he was that short.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's like a. That's
So,
like a
Y'all think
I think
if Zuri grow up and she end up being like 6'1", can Bron's name get her drafted to the NBA?
come on, bro.
Can Bron's name get her drafted to the NBA? Just throw her on the squad. Say she on our team, so ticket sales and whatnot.
To the NBA?
Yeah, she be the first woman in the NBA just off of being Bron's kid. That's too
Yeah.
far. He don't got motion like that.
Did she play? Is she?
No, I don't know. She's like 8 years.
I don't know. I
It's-
always,
it's-
I always,
thought she was
I always
older.
see, I always see like on Bronny's or on Bronze, like she's always playing volleyball or something.
She's like 10. It's just
Because
me
Savannah,
messing around.
but Savannah was an athlete though, right?
She was a cheerleader.
I thought she played volleyball.
I don't know their life. I'm just
Keeping up with the James type.
Yeah,
beat.
yeah. Nah, I just want to. We don't think Bron got motion like that. Nah, Bron couldn't get her in the league.
You're crazy.
Nah, I'm
I
just
think
messing
Ava
around.
Reese.
No, I don't think that either. I just want to see where everybody's head was at. Because like we said, because even if Bryce trash, he's still gonna make it to the
Yeah.
league too, just off the being Bron's kid.
Well, I mean, you figure 3 years minimum from now. Like I would assume Bron will have been out of the league for probably a year.
Yeah, Bron either retiring this year or the next year. It's really that simple, to be honest.
Yeah. What if he stuck out to just play with Bryce?
It's just not happening,
Bro.
Bro, you gotta think, man.
I'd be geeked.
You gotta think.
I'd be geeked.
2 brothers, brothers and a dad, bro, on the same team.
That
I might go out to LA to see
you
that
see
game.
what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Like,
You feel me?
we gonna have to drop 3 bands on
3
the
bombs.
No, come on, cut it out.